we have in house the founders of Pure Drinks. Can I have the founders of Pure Drinks on stage?
Hi everyone, thank you for coming today. Pure is a luxury, lowest calorie tonic water brand launched in Delhi NCR in October 2021. I am Anand Jangwal, founder and CEO of Pure. I look at operations including manufacturing, sales, and new product development. My previous venture was Vape Stop, which was a category leader in electronic cigarettes in India with a 15% share. And then due to regulatory changes, we have taken that outside to UAE.
Hi, I'm Lavanya Anand, the co-founder of Pure. I look at the marketing and the creative aspect of the brand. I'm also the founder and event director at IREX, which is a leading international real estate show in India since 2015.
Pure is the first and only mixer brand to um, present to consumers a zero calorie, zero sugar tonic water variant. And the zero cal proof is certified by a government approved lab. We are also the only Indian tonic water brand to have a bitter lemon tonic water flavor. Our other two variants are mint and the regular Indian tonic. There's certain gaps that exist in the market. One is that there is no zero cal option, and based on our experience, we know that this is something that people are looking for. This variant also happens to be a top seller. Then there is a lack of focus from tonic water brands to pitch the product as a mixer for spirits apart from gin. We do that with bitter lemon and mint. And we're also pitching these two variants, mint and bitter lemon, as beverages to be consumed as is. Another key challenge for the category in general is that there are a lot of people who are unaware that there is a premium category of tonic water. They still know that there's a yellow colored can that comes, which is sweet, and that is the only option. And that is the reason why you may have noticed that when someone goes to a bar and says, please give me half gin, but add half water, half tonic, and half soda or half water. And that is because they're finding it too sweet.
We vision Pure to be the leading beverage brand with a portfolio of low and zero calorie options. It took us almost 1.5 years and 20 focus group discussions to ace the flavor profiles. The concept of mixing is incorporated in all aspects of the bottle, as you may see. The ridges going from thicker to thinner, the labels, the color shading on the labels. Every count cap also has a different saying to create that connect with the consumer.
In Delhi NCR, we are present in Modern Bazaar, Needs, Limash, Nature's Basket. We are also in talks with Food Hall and 24/7. We'll be available there soon. We are available online on our website, on Amazon, and some other platforms. We've seen traction from the moment we entered retail. I think people like our visibility and the shelf throw that the brand has. 90 to 95% of our B2B buyers have repurchased from us, and majority of those who have not are because the accounts have recently been opened.
Since most of our target consumers are also buyers of the best and are tech savvy, so digital promotion has played an important role, and we've been running ads driving traffic to the website. We also ran a distributor ad pan India recently and received an overwhelming response from distributors, not only from the metro cities but also from Northeast, Port Blair, even Jammu and Kashmir. They are willing to invest in the brand and see potential in the brand, and also willing to pay in advance. All we need to do justice to these markets is to give them the right sales and marketing support. We also wanted to explore the export market for Pure, and we ran a similar ad internationally and received response from wine and liquor importers from Italy, Hong Kong, Singapore, and other areas. And we are in conversation with them. For brand reach, we've been doing a lot of experiential events, bar takeovers, connecting with influential bartenders, clubs. We also did a recent, collaboration with ITC where we customized the label for their GM conclave. We've opened a vendor code with them, and soon we'll be supplying to them as well. We are also exclusively pouring at the Quorum in Mumbai and Gurgaon, which is a premium club. We sponsored the tonic water partners at the Jaipur Lit Fest. We recently launched the Pure GNT cart, to be placed at different events to just increase brand visibility. Pure has also received some media coverage, and more are in the pipeline.
Our premium competitors in the market are Swami, Jade Forest, both of whom are funded, Sepoy, which is doing well, Fever Tree, which is a UK-based listed company, and Schweppes, which is owned by Coke. If you think about our premium competitors, they've all been launched very recently, since 2018, 2019. That is because the category is very new. So before this, there was no premium tonic water category. You go into a modern trade store and you ask for tonic water, there would be a yellow color can lying somewhere or a PET bottle. But now when you go in, there's a full section of all premium tonics, all glass bottles, and variety of flavors. In terms of our positioning, while our competition is more classic and heritage, Pure is more contemporary and modern. Jimmy's is another mixer brand, recently launched in September 2019, doing well. They're currently available across 5,000 points of sale. Our strategy has been very similar to Jimmy's. It's been about 7 months since our launch, and we are present across some 250 outlets. Jimmy's, in their first 10 months, they were available in only 200 outlets. And the reason is because we are testing the market. We are understanding how the movement is in modern trade. Now we know that in modern trade, there's movement happening, people are liking, people are buying again and again. So in MT, if we can do well, we can definitely do well in top general trade accounts and Horeca. And Horeca, for a tonic water brand, is about 60 to 70% of the sale, which we have hardly touched, apart from a few locations which Lavanya mentioned. Delhi Hyatt is one. But now is the time to press the pedal on that. Fever Tree is a UK-based brand. They started this entire premiumization of tonics, and they are our inspiration in a way. Just by selling premium tonic water, it is now a listed company worth billions. In 2018, they outsold Schweppes in the retail market in UK, and that is saying something. They export to 50 plus countries, and 60% of their revenues from the export market. Now, Skinny Tonic and Xavier are also international competitors, funded multiple times, doing well, and they only focus on selling zero-calorie tonic water using stevia. The cost of a bottle, including the label, the actual bottle material inside, is 23 rupees. We make a margin of 43 rupees on average and further sell it to the distributor at a price of 40, thereby making 17 rupees per bottle. This is expected to increase given our future increased focus on direct selling through the website, through Amazon, and through grocery delivery apps. The distributor makes about 10%, retailer 35%, tax and cess of 40%, gives us a MRP of 95 rupees for a 200 ml bottle. Our projected turnover for FY23 is 2.26, 24 is 6.32, and then 23 the following year. The question is, how do we establish Pure as a market leader? I think there'll be three important essentials that will have to go in. One, will have to increase in terms of width, number of cities, depth, number of points of sale per city. And third is we have to focus on our USP, which is lowest in zero cal, and leverage that to the max. And the moment we have these three aligned, I think this calls for disruption in the market. We are currently available in 8 cities in FY23, 18, following year 30, followed by 42. So we are adding 1 city per month. In terms of our revenue, if you look at our last 3 months revenue, in March we did 7.1 lakh pre-tax. In April it was 9.44. In May it was 11.1. So we're growing at a good pace. We will be launching 2 new SKUs per year. Our immediate next will be ginger ale, which we've started working on. Ginger ale, as we know, is a mixer for whiskey. In India is mainly a whiskey drinking country, and it is also a beverage that can be consumed as is. We are also looking at cans. With cans, in terms of portability, it's easy, and also with cans we can be slightly lower priced as compared to our glass bottles, but still we would want to always remain more expensive than Schweppes, which is at 50 rupees for the 300 ml can. Majority of the funds that we raise will be for our working capital, followed by salaries, free samples, listing fee, marketing, etc. We're looking to raise 3 CR for an equity of 15% for a valuation of 20 CR. So that brings us to an end. Thank you so much for coming, and we're delighted to present to this elite group of investors, and we welcome you all to partner with us in Pure's growth story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are these an exclusive or like brands or recipes you do, or they are like common recipes you have, or do you have patent like Coca-Cola?
So the recipe is secret to us. The recipe is owned by us. We don't like some of our competitors. They go to a flavor house, they buy a premix, and then go to a bottling unit and add citric acid, sugar, carbonation, and they have the product. We don't do that. The recipe belongs to us. We exactly know what goes inside. We haven't got a patent done because our lawyers suggested otherwise. Because even when you apply for a patent for a recipe, whether it gets approved or not, that is a question. Also, you have to share the recipe. Like Coke formula, is secret amongst them. So similarly, ours, we have not applied for patent, but it is a secret amongst, the core team.
Known by just our food technicians and both of us.
If you disappear, how can you get the recipe?
No. I want to.
If I disappear, she'll be there.
We need to watch you all the time. So. Just think of it, because you need to, for a sustainability of manufacturing these drinks, tomorrow you'll be covering more areas and all of this. Something has to be steady in terms of recipe. Has to be plugged in somewhere, secured at the same time, and continuously can be getting and produced. Otherwise, if it's stains in the brain, that's an issue for us.
No, I mean, it's a documented recipe. So we have it all documented, but it's only with us. I mean, we've not.
But we can work on a framework wherein, when the organization grows, how do we make suppose something happens to us, God forbid, how do we pass it on to
Yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah, definitely.
One question. So you said low calories, like it's clearly written on your bottle. How much calories are there in this 200 ml bottle?
Yeah, so the 0 cal one is 0 calorie, and the other 3 variants, if Indian tonic, the mint, 4 grams of sugar goes in, so 16 calories per 100 ml.
So about
It's a
32
200 ml.
calories for the bottle.
32 calories. I think that's pretty low, as in the
Yeah.
traditional 350 ml. If you take tonic water, the ideal calories would be somewhere around 120, 130.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, like
how are you
2x,
coming?
2x, Schweppes is 2x, and Schweppes has as much sugar and calories as conventional soft drinks.
So my just question is that if you're using sugar, that would add to the calorie count of it, right? But how in this recipe you are moving towards a 0 calorie or a 20 gram calorie? Because if you don't put a lot of sugar, quinine, the element that you're using, would anyways make it a lot bitter to drink.
Yeah.
So how
So
are you?
if you try it, we've tried to achieve the right balance between the sugar and the quinine, the low sugar and the quinine. So with the 0 cal version, it's made with stevia, so it's a natural sweetener. So that is made with stevia, so that's why it carries 0 calorie.
But then isn't like stevia naturally has an after effect of it? So is there an aftertaste of it?
I mean, very slight aftertaste that you might even find in a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero, or even a sugar-free chocolate mousse or any dessert that you have. So very, very slight taste, which even gets masked when you mix it with any spirit.
And are you sweetening it with sugar or with corn syrup?
Sugar.
With sugar. With
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah. The other flavors, not the 0 cal doesn't have anything. The other 3 flavor variants are sweetened with sugar.
But I think you'd also think of corn syrup as well. A lot of tonic waters these days are sweetened with corn syrup as well.
Okay.
So
I think this was the recipe
Yeah.
that our food
With fructose and all,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
brands do add. We
Yeah.
thought about it, but then we decided to go
Yeah,
with
I think the
sugar based
best
on
balance-
the recommendations of our.
yeah.
but
food
your
technician.
whole recipe has to be has to be a very judicious mix, because if just a 4 gram sugar you are using it just to sweeten
Yeah,
it,
I mean
then
everything. We leave it
taste
to the
has to be-
experts. It's not like we are making the
This-
recipe.
yeah.
We take it in discrete coded pouches, and everything is measured to the point, decimal, whatever. And the experts doing this. So they've
Yeah,
made
like it's
recipes for multiple
brands.
and we have an agreement and all with them regarding non-disclosure.
just last question, you have any product lab testing of it in terms of the claims that you are making, 0 calories or
Yeah.
Of course. Through NABL approved lab, we have all the sugar profiling, nutrient testing, shelf life analysis. Everything is done.
Everything, yeah.
What's the current burn right now?
The net burn is around 6.5.
And the revenue which you're expecting for the next year is 6.32. So how do you...
For the FY23 till end of FY23 is 2.26. We have already completed 40L.
And in 40L, what's the net margin do you have right now?
So the average selling price that we have is 40 rupees. 43% is the GP.
And the way you want to market it and grow it to 3x next year, the market spend is very much high, and it's not justified over here.
See, I mean, we're looking at a growth rate and looking at the moment we are in the market for longer. Like right now, we're closing on multiple chained hotels. ITC, some 40 hotels, they're going to place an order, a good order, and they're good paymasters. Similarly, we are talking to Nimrana, we are talking to Clark's. In terms of retail chain, Food Hall well has limited number of stores, but 24/7 will be in the top 50. So that way we can look at this is our projections are based on looking at other competitors how they've grown, and looking at these chained outlets and how they will contribute.
So right now, geographically, which is the best area in which you do the sales?
Delhi.
Delhi, because we are from Gurgaon, but we are just entered Goa. I think Goa is going to be very big. Followed
Jaipur is doing very well for us.
Jaipur is doing very well.
in the Horeca segment, which was surprisingly well. I mean, they have such nice bars and hotels. In fact, Hilton,
We are in Hilton,
Clarks,
Bar Palladio.
Yeah,
In
Elite.
Dehradun actually is doing very well
Very-
because the distributor is playing a good role.
So you directly market it online and do the distribution channel sales, or you mostly focus on distribution channel only?
both. So online, we're doing through Amazon, Flipkart.
Amazon, we are doing in a very limited way as of now. We're mainly doing through the conventional distribution route.
Yeah.
So online marketing for brand building, are you focusing on that part specifically?
For brand building,
Yeah.
just to increase traction to the page, to the Instagram page, just creating awareness.
No, for revenue specifically.
Not right now, because the cost to that, the cost per click was very high, so it was not making sense to do that.
If you do a lot of ads, then the cost per click and the
To
conversion
reduce
comes
it.
down. Like if you're spending 50, I mean, based on our experience in this category, if you're spending 1 lakh, it's not the cost per click and cost per conversion is going to be high. But if you're spending 3 lakhs, then it's much lower.
ये एक बॉटल कितने की है?
95 MRP,
So 95 की बॉटल में आपका नेट मार्जिन कितना है currently?
17 rupees.
17. अगर कोई कस्टमर, आई शुड से कंज्यूमर इसको वापस मांगेगा तो आप 95 को धीरे धीरे 110 पे ला सकते हैं. बट अगर आप कर रहे हैं डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल के थ्रू, तो ये 95 का मार्जिन जो आपको मिल रहा है 17 जिसमें मिल रहा है, वो धीरे धीरे और कम ही होता जाएगा. सो व्हाई नॉट टू डायरेक्टली ऐड ऑन अ न्यू बेस इन विच डायरेक्ट कंज्यूमर्स आर अट्रैक्टेड?
जी सर, आपका suggestion is very valuable and it completely makes sense. We are going to focus a lot more also on Horeca number 1 and number 2 on direct sales, all D2C sales through Amazon, through our website, through Cred, through other platforms, through Zepto. So we are in
Also,
talks
all
with
these,
all of them.
all these
So
online
they will,
retailers,
our
yeah.
margin is going to be much higher.
So coming to the main point, the 3 crore which you are asking, as per my thought process, you will be needing at least 5 to 7 crore only for marketing. Only for marketing, you will be needing 5 to 7 crores in the next 1 year. So the ask which you are having right now is not justified.
Actually, the kind of marketing tools that we're actually using over the past few months has been especially for events. We're not doing any events that require a lot of capital investment in taking stalls and doing all sorts of. It's more barter. It's more within like a barter stock kind
Free
of
stock.
Yeah, kind
We're
of a thing
giving
that
free
we're doing.
samples when we are partnering with gin brands, and we're saying let's do events together.
Yeah, like
While other brands, they say stall le lo, 1.5 lakh spend kar do, 2 lakh यहाँ पे spend
We're
kar do,
not
यहाँ
doing
पे
all
kar
of
do.
that.
We are saying even if there's a chance to not take a stall and be the pouring brand, as long as we get some basic visibility, let's do it. So we're being smart about spending. We want to
Also-
spend whatever money we receive as if we're spending ours.
Also, our brand, what we've noticed is that if it's seen well, if the visibility is well, people like to try it because maybe the bottle is quite attractive or just catches the person's attention. So our main objective is to make as many people try it. So recently we did a collaboration with WeWork where we put in our cart at WeWork, where people came and sampled the product, tried various mocktails. Then we're doing like a collaboration with a gin brand where we're crafting a gift kit, to just make it available to as many. So using those kind of, ways to reach to people rather
And
than
people
the
like
conventional.
variety in this. In the first month, we have Modern Bazaar. We thought people, obviously will not start buying from day one. But they started because people like seeing variety. They like new flavor hai. They like trying new gins. They like trying new tonics.
So how much have you invested till now?
Around 1.4.
And no families funds or only families funds?
Only ours.
Only yours. So you have not approached your friends and families for the current round?
Not yet.
Okay. And apart from these 4 drinks, what is the next thing which in the pipeline in your mind?
So ginger ale.
Apart from that,
Then actually we are also it'll be a promotional thing also. A gin and we're talking to a gin brand for a gin and tonic can. It'll be co-branded with the gin brand and beer co-branded gin and tonic pre-mixed. But there's a whole segment like the Jimmy segment. We can look at that. We can look at mixers for tequila because after gin, tequila is the next trending thing.
so
We are
one
open to-
last question. If you reach the sale which you have projected right now, then cost of production will decrease by how much percentage and the revenue will increase by how much percentage? Only just approx figures.
With economies of scale, I think if we double our production, I think every time we double our production, there'll be a for the initial 3 or 4 times, I think there'll be a 1 rupee advantage.
You need at least 30% margin for yourself. That's NP. Below that, it is not viable to launch a product in India.
Right. You mean
You need to rework on your metrics.
I think
you know what happens? So right now we are a bit more aggressive in pricing. Because we are giving 3+1 schemes, in most locations. That is just to enter. Now at the moment we stop that, because initially when we started in the first month, we were not selling at an average of 40, we were selling at an average of 50 rupees. But then we thought, no, we have to be a bit more aggressive. It's a new brand, and especially in like some accounts. So I think once we get some more traction, we'll increase our profit margin and we can look at increasing the price.
And all these
Okay.
schemes we've given as introductory schemes, so they're not permanent. They know that it's an introductory offer to the because if it's a new brand, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. But I think eventually to cover up with the cost to reach south, we probably have to have another filling plant. Right now
We've
we're filling it in
identified one
Alwar.
in Indore.
So we've identified one which is in Indore, which is centrally located. So the cost of logistics is reduced. So we have to figure that out.
But still, glass
Yeah,
is
yeah.
expensive.
But a lot
240
of
grams is
people-
just the weight of the bottle.
Thank you so much.